All right, we are live for everyone watching on playback. I know there's not anyone in here live, but basically in this video, I've done this in the past. I'm just going to be packaging up things that have sold from over the weekend, and then kind of not so much being a what sold video, but I'll tell where I got stuff, how much I paid for it. It's more going to be about how to package the items, but also any questions you guys have reselling related or business related, anything, let them know. This kind of helps me pass the time a little bit when I'm packaging. I would like to do these more often. So let me know any questions you have, and I will get to them as soon as I can. I printed the labels on about 3 bags worth of stuff, but I have, as you can see behind me, I've got some new orders that came in. So I'm going to be printing all of those first. So I guess I'm going to have my back to you guys for a little bit. First, though, we got these Jordans, just going to authentication. They didn't come with a box, so I got another box. I'm shipping them in, and that'll get the FedEx label. As we can see, the FedEx label is up on the screen right now. I don't have much desk space because if you've watched a couple of my recent videos, my heater broke out at my warehouse. It's no big deal. The labels just won't stick to everything. I honestly don't mind it that bad that it's cold. I'll be able to be out there in probably like a couple weeks. It's getting warmer. So tape this guy up. One second. I see the question. Let me tape this up real quick. All right. I'm going to give that a big heave because that is FedEx and I don't want it to get mixed up with the rest of the stuff that I have. All right. Ayo. Do you think you will start live selling since a lot of sellers are leaving eBay? A lot of people are asking that. I've thought about doing it with like some pallets and stuff. Honestly, right now, I don't have time for it. And what I'm selling online and retail arbitrage, there's not enough margins to make money in that. Those people are selling used stuff or they're breaking cards that are doing like whatnot. So I would lose money if I move my current business over to that. And I'm making a decent amount of money what I'm doing. So maybe in the future, because I have a decent place that I can get some wholesale from. So I've thought about trying that in the future, but I would probably have to hire some help. I've talked with someone about it before. So we may have something like that in the summer when I get some more time. We'll just have to see. But I'm never going to scale back what my current eBay business is because it's rolling. Do you ever get annoyed answering the same question over and over again? Yes, I do. I've got in my notes these same questions that I answer every single day. Literally chocked full. Because Bread and Butter is a great place you can come and ask questions, but also there's a search feature in there, so you can literally search any question. I haven't answered a new question on this stream or in the group in probably like a year, to be honest. HVAC guy, what's going on with your heater? I don't know. I've had like 3 or 4 guys out to look at it and nobody can figure it out. It's like one of those big, I don't know what you call it. It's like hanging from the ceiling. It's probably like that big. It fires the fire. You can see it light. It starts to make a sound like it's turning on. They've tried to check but I don't know any of these terms. I'm not a heater guy at all. The like sensor thing. We've tried cleaning that off. We've tried changing it. We've tried checking the thermostat. A bunch of different things. How do your sales throughout the week compare to the weekends? Exact same. Do this. Why are a lot of sellers leaving eBay? Probably because they haven't adapted to it. People give up on things when change happens. You have to adapt. eBay was not the same as it is now. When I started when I was 12 years old, like 16 years ago, and sell-through rates and things like that weren't a thing. I adapted to it. I found my own niche and finding different things that are selling. and constantly changing. You have to constantly be adapting with the platforms, or you're going to get phased out. I think people are going for quick money and live selling, and that's great, and volume works for that. But that definitely is a lot of money, and I've found my thing that works here, so I really enjoy it. What's the best advice that you could give to a beginner on eBay? Focus on cheaper inventory starting out. That way you don't bury yourself in costs. Because if you start in like retail or online, it's really risky. So you can lose a lot of money really fast, and your mistakes are costly. Whereas if you start at thrift stores, bin stores, places like that, your mistakes aren't so costly. And really focus on sell-through rate. When you're starting out, you want to turn that capital over as fast as you can, so that you can reinvest it back into the business. So finding quicker selling through items. Hey, new week, new day. Yes, sir. Blessed to be alive. Love bread and butter. Yes, we love you too, Goon. Me too. Flame sensor. Yeah, we tried that. I've had 3 or 4 guys out, and every one of them says it is, and they all think, oh, I'm going to clean it, or I'm going to put a new one in. They all do it, and it still doesn't work. Oh, well. I'll have my own warehouse here, hopefully, in the next year anyway, so we'll see how that goes. All right. Completely forgot what I was doing. Printing, no, that's a flipping from 0, so we're going to wait for that. I'm just printing my 6 things that sold since I last printed labels. Oh yeah, I'm putting that right on the tape gun for everyone that hates it. Gets me a lot of comments actually on the playback, people whining about the tape gun, so I'm going to definitely keep going. Going to that Among Us flag that I gotta do later. Yeah. This is a cool hat from the $10 hat sale. The old Tampa Bay Devil Rays logo, Nike. I had someone actually ask in my comments earlier today from my last What Sold video. They asked, do I weigh every single hat with the box or with the poly when I mail it? Or sorry, when I list it? No. Every hat that I've had that's in this 8x6x6 box is 8 ounces with the box or under. And in a poly, it's going to be 4. So that's all I'm putting in the listing. So it's already there, and I just have to click print. That's why I like selling a lot of the same things, like hats and shoes. Is the weights are all pretty similar. Shoes I'll have to weigh occasionally, but for the most part, sizing based with brands. I pretty much know what things cost or what things weigh. All right. Yo, how many orders did you have over the weekend? I didn't count, but probably like 70 or 80. Would you like to know what? Yes, sir, or not, sir. Yes, ma'am. Go Bucks. Let's go. Just got the new hat. Do you just buy pallets from Amazon or something? No, I have a local guy that I get pallets from. He gets them from all different places. Local places are the best for pallets. Search on Facebook. You can find a bunch of those. Some of them stink. Some of them are really good, though. Do you ever worry about humidity molding your items? I have a garage and nervous for that. Should also say it gets hot. No, I don't. I mean, in Ohio, it gets very wide range of temp, anywhere from like 0 to like 90, 95 in the summer. I've been out there for almost 3 years now. I haven't had any problem. Let's see, using a box for the hat, not a what? Yeah, those are like $30 hats. I'll use polys later. I'll upset some people later. Don't worry. We're the VC haters. VC is the kitchen. Oh, never mind. We'll do it right now. We got this Jordan brand visor. She going in a poly. Gotta get the freaking tag off first. Smooth. The more stuff you ship, you start to learn how much things weigh. I mean, this is like 2 ounces. You don't need to weigh it. Definitely weigh stuff at first, though, because you want to make sure your weights are accurate. Hi, how do you manage shipping fee? Build it into your costs. It's just a cost. I source a lot of stuff that's under £1, so that's how I would start out. Because it's going to cost anywhere between $4 and $7. Once you get over £1 is when it starts to kill you. So until you learn what things cost to ship, that's what you should do. And just use the eBay shipping calculator, and it'll tell you exactly what things cost to ship from different zip codes. I just bought. Oh yeah, it was. Oh yeah, it was. Got these Cole Haans here. This was a bread and butter call out. Shout out Kraken. Kraken always bringing the heat in the kitchen. These were $15. That was an insane find. And those, yes, I weighed before I listed because I had like 60 pairs of these. So the weight and the measurements and everything are already in, which is nice. And yes, I'm just putting them in a poly. If it's not going to authentication, I throw them in a poly. Really should have thought about my camera position before this first set because I feel like I've just got my back. I'm almost done with these, so I have like 1 or 2 left. Then I've got 3 bags full right there to pack. Actually, that might be it. Yeah. That Braves hat just sold, and that's out at the warehouse, so I don't have that. Oh, that was a Texans shirt, by the way. That was a crazy call out also. Those were like $3. And I've sold hundreds of those throughout the season. I sold a ton of those. Got the winter curl. Yeah, I'm actually buzzing it off tonight, so not much longer. Oh, I do have one more wholesale deal. Here we go. Over the weekend, I wholesaled a bunch of hats out to Bread and Butter. And I did all of them, but this one, they also ordered the Jesus is the Reason for the Season bag. So I had to wait to ship this one till right now. So shout out Jeremy on the buy here. All the rest of them were just dropped off at the post office. This one will be going later today, just for everyone that bought. Those were $36 for 12 hats, so $3 a hat. And those are dry duck oil rig hats which sell for like 20 to 25 bucks a hat. That one I do have to weigh and measure. Where did I put my measuring stick? There it is. I got such a temporary setup down here. It's not even funny. 17, 8, 7. That right there. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right. There's the label. Put it right over the other label. You're good to go. All right. Now, let's grab the first bag of these suckers. Scoot this back a little bit. It's hat time. Hat time. Gotta keep moving my mic around. All right. Sonny had the winter dreadlocks. ASMR. What platform do you sell on most? eBay. eBay like 98% probably. All right. These all should have labels. If they don't, then we're going to be in trouble here. These are all flipping from 0, so I'm going to set these aside. Got to film that afterwards. Magic. All right. Also sold another one of these that I got to print on pirate ship, but you guys will see my back enough, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to do that afterwards. npmerch.com. All right, let's sort these out. All right, this one, yep. I'm just checking if they're going in bags or boxes. Depends on price, and also someone asked what unstructured versus structured was. This is structured. It sits up by itself. This is unstructured. You can see it's droops down. Just for anyone who's asked. Another unstructured. This is unstructured, but it's got a flat bill, so it goes in a box. All right, so we just got 2 poly ones. We'll do those right quick. 1 second, I'll get to questions. Oh, that's from this is from Dick's Warehouse sale. Extra 75% off that price. Get a Jordan hat for $3.50. That is nuts. I sold it for 26 or 28, something like that. Dub. This was, I think, from Miami Heat's website. It was $5. Sold it for $25. Little cleanup hat. All right, we got the 8x6x6 boxes. Staples, Zorro, Amazon, wherever has them cheapest. All right, let's answer some of these questions. What should be the best category to sell on eBay? Whatever you're interested in. I like to sell hats, shoes, men's clothing, because it's things I'm interested in. If you're not interested in it, you're not going to thrive selling those. So I wouldn't recommend hats for most people because they take a long time to sell and people want fast stuff. You got to find your niche, find what you enjoy. I forgot to check my miles and keep my receipts. How to go to the tax prep. That's tough because you can't like make that stuff up. If you get audited, you're hosed. You got to track that stuff. I'd go to a CPA and ask, I'm sorry, I'm not a tax professional, so I'm not sure what you would do in that situation. Track everything. That's another Dick's Warehouse sale. $2.70. Absolute insane sale. 75% off of the most of the tags. It wasn't all of them, but it was most of them. Really cool Orlando Magic hat. That was $5 on Fanatics like 2 years ago. Again, hats take a long time to sell. It's an investment, long-term game. But I like it because it's pretty sustainable once you build up a good inventory of them. Really been getting into the high-end hats lately. Just gonna a ton of time. Yeah. I mean, a CPA might have something they're able to tell you to do, but you really got to track that stuff. I don't know how that's gonna work. Also on these labels I print ahead of time. People ask me like how I keep them sorted. Basically, I just print them out and write on the back, if you can even see that. I wrote like Phillies, Mitchell and Ness Retro. And then the hats, obviously, they're pretty easy to store. And the shoes, I just pop the lid up and put them in. Other stuff, like I'll keep the clothing and stuff in another bag. You'll see that the labels are all just in the bottom. So I just have to read and I can put them in from there. Hats, though, I got down to a science. Got this Jordan hat here. That was cool. Got to take the tag off of that one, the clearance tag. So take the clearance stickers or tags off. Leave the MSRP tags on because most of the time we're selling stuff under retail. We just get it so cheap that we can still make a profit. Resellers in general, that is. I already get all my supplies, my taxes. Should I do the math and get the total, and the tax preparer will do the math, all a bunch of deduction supplies? I would take everything you have to a CPA, a tax professional, and see what they tell you, see what else they can possibly do. That's all I can say. I don't want to give tax advice because I don't want to be legally held for that when I don't. That's not my thing. I track everything and I just hand it off to a CPA. I just finished my I just finished my collecting and everything like last week and sent it all into the CPA. Now it's on them. If they have any questions for me, then they can. But mine have to be done here in like 13 or 12 days. Switching tape guns on this one because it is an Amazon hat sale. This was $10 at Academy, I think. Sold it for $35 on Amazon. Little snapback. And you can't use the eBay tape on Amazon. I have accidentally before. Nothing happened, but if I can eliminate problems, I will. Someone also paid like $40 to overnight a hat that I already shipped. I already shipped about 8 to 10 things last night that I already had here. So this isn't technically everything. Thanks everyone for coming in and hanging out with me while I'm just packing some orders. I have 3 videos filmed that I need to edit. One of them I wanted to have up today, but I just did not get the chance yesterday. I had all that wholesale in the group that I was trying to get shipped out, so was able to do that, but was not able to edit the video. So I should hopefully have one up by Thursday, I'm hoping. And then next week I should have 2 full videos up as well. Going to be some bangers. We got 2 sourcing videos coming. People have been asking for the sourcing videos. I got 2 retail arbitrage sourcing videos coming. They are some hauls, let me tell you. And when reselling, do you stick to certain brands, items to buckle down to a specific need, or do you just go with excellent sell-through rate? That's a good question. For me, hats, as you know, are my bread and butter. And yeah, I kind of stick to the same types of brands in those. As for shoes, I'm going solely based on sell-through rate. I do not discriminate against any brand when it comes to shoes. I'll look up any brand. Obviously, the more you sell in a certain niche, the more you learn about it. So I'm never someone to say niche down and don't sell like everything. But if you can have a couple categories, like for me, shoes, Crocs, hats, that you really understand and know, those can kind of fuel your business. And if you find some electronics here or there that sell through fast, or some other selling through items that are really quick, I think those are good add-ins. But to just find strictly fast selling through things is really hard to consistently source that. So if you have a bread and butter alongside that, I think that's how you go about it. Hats obviously do not have an excellent sell-through rate. Most of these take 6 months to 2 years to sell. That's just kind of those are kind of my investments. And then the shoes sell through faster. So kind of good to have a little bit of both. Oh, this is a really cool hat. Big League Chew, Boston Red Sox, A-frame. This was a big boy one. Sold it for $45. Cincinnati Reds All-Star Game hat from 2024. It was $10. What a flip. I think retail on that was even over like 50, so they still got a deal. Another cool one. Look out for the Reds this year, guys. Calling it, feeling it. It's about time. We got the Cincinnati Reds City Edition rope golfer. Really cool hat. If I could pull off the rope golfers, I would definitely keep this. I'm more of just a normal trucker, a dad hat kind of guy. All right, and then we might have some more hats in some of these other bags I have over here, but I'm not sure. Ohio State, $10 hat, sold it for 30. If you guys have any questions at all reselling related, like I'm trying to answer questions as best as I can while I'm packing. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. All right. Then I've missed this Soul beanie that I just got at Academy. That was like $6. Sold it for 23. All right, let me get a couple of these other ones. I don't think I have a box for this one, so I'm going to set it aside. This is a Cowboys. I think it's going to authentication. So I got to do this after because my boxes are over there. But this one, yeah, that was on Mercari for these Eagles ones. I already sold a pair to this guy, and he wanted another one. I think I might have two left. He only wanted one more though, but he didn't mind that it was sent to Poly, even though he spent $100. So I was like, all right, fine by me. Not going to authentication. That's why I'm not putting the Cowboys one in, because authentication, the box needs to be in the same condition as you listed it. So obviously you don't want to do that. All right. All right, we got everything over here. Got another set of wholesale hats. We got some green New Era blanks. I think those were like $2.80 a hat. $2.80. I'd like to drop the big boy and this one. One more. Shout out to Randall on those. All right. Nah, go Cowboys, but I do like your name. Go Adam. Someone's committed to reselling 6 days a week. How long do you think it would take to generate a full-time income? There is a lot of factors that go into that. You can grind as hard as you want, but you got to make sure you know what you're doing. It takes probably a year or two to really, really understand what you're doing and to grow enough inventory to have a full-time income. I wouldn't focus so much on going full-time as I would on actually scaling up a legitimate side hustle. I think too many people get into this and they just want to make a bunch of money and they want to quit their job. And that's not really what it is. You should enjoy it. Or you're just going to hate it like you hate your other job anyways. And it's going to become even more stressful because you have to provide and benefits and a bunch of different things to think about. That doesn't necessarily answer the question, but it'll take a solid year or two of doing that to really build up inventory and understand what you're doing to be able to generate a full-time income. But then you gotta factor in all that other stuff also. For used hats, is Mercari or eBay a better platform? I only sell new hats, but I do well with new hats on eBay and Mercari. Obviously, eBay has way more buyers, so it's gonna probably be better for you. Cross listing is never a bad thing, though. I've been saying for years to cross list. Get those listings in front of as many possible eyeballs as you can. These are from Academy, extra 25% off. So like less than $25. Sold them for $65. Cross cleats. And we're going to leave that on because they're going to think they got a deal. Okay, yeah, that was that later. Sounds like Sonny is dropping a bone upstairs. You can hear it banging. Next, we got these LeBrons, also Academy, extra 75% off. It's like $21, $22 there. These, I'm sending in a poly. I'm going to send in a bigger one. I sold them new without box, so when they cut the lids off, I just store them in this, but list new without box. Do not sell. I've seen people sell these new with box. That does not count when there's no lid, so don't do that. You're going to get upset buyers. You're going to get returns. Let's tie these up a little nicer than they are. Go. Two more pair of Academy shoes, extra 75% off, so $12.50 on these youth cleats. Sold them for $45. 20 on these messy cleats, sold them for $65. Those will not be going in polys because the cleats will obviously rip the bag. However, I do actually send these youth ones in a padded mailer. This is a really thick padded. They aren't going to cut through it. Plus, these youth cleats weigh absolutely nothing. These are under 12 ounces in the padded, which is really nice. I don't sell a lot of youth shoes, but youth cleats do well for me. At what point do you send shoes in a bag versus box? If it's not going to authentication, I send it in a bag. If it's going to authentication, I send it in a box. So $75. You ever sell golf clubs? I used to. I don't anymore. I mean, occasionally I'll find one or whatever. I actually bought myself some new wedges, so I only needed the 58 and the 54, but it came with a 52 also, the deal that I found. So I listed the 52 up on eBay because I don't need that. Should be big enough. If it's not, I got another one. I keep a bunch of smaller boxes back there, not enough to fit those Cowboys shoes, but oh yeah, like a glove. Got some LeBrons from Kohl's, like $36 on those. Sold them for $75. Gonna take that off, even though it's only like a 4-cent difference. Kohl's extra 50% off clearance event that ended yesterday. That was a good one. That was a really good one. And it's just not quite big enough. So that's where I bring in my extra poly that I cut up a bunch of times and just kind of cut a little sliver off. Just enough to throw right there. Tape. Oh, good. I thought I left them in the box for a second. I've done that so many times. The only negative I've had about printing my labels ahead of time. All right, now I have got a bunch of random stuff. Give me a second to grab all this. Also got a ton of flipping from zero. Oh my gosh. I'm ending that video or that series like next week, but the stuff is still selling even though I haven't sourced for it in like 2 months. Not a bad thing. All right. Here's all the labels. So this is the loose stuff I was talking about. So I have all the labels and then I'll just kind of pick it as I go, but it's all in the same bags and everything. Same bag over there. All right. I ran out of 10 by 13 mailers. I didn't know it, so I just ordered more. They'll be here later today, but I'm going to have to use some 12 by 15s for some of this stuff once I run out. I haven't ordered 10 by 13s in probably a year. I thought I had another case of them, but oh well. All right, first we got 2 pairs of these, which those are actually going to go in the 14.5 by 19s. Size 12 on those. Because we're in the 2 for 50, I think. Selling for 65. Another pair of those. Pretty much all eBay, if I haven't mentioned. I think I had maybe 3 Mercari and 5 Amazon. I think I shipped most of the Amazon stuff last night, so I don't think I have that, besides that one Spurs hat. Lisa Frank Gibbets. I got these around the corner. These were a deal back in the day. These were like 50 cents for like a pack of the 20 of these or whatever from Walmart. It was like a price there. They still have some of these left. These 6x9 padded. Any tips to boost sales and reach on eBay? It's a good question. Go through your stale listings and get more listings up. Keep sourcing that high sell-through stuff, and then stuff that you have listed. Go through those stale listings. If it has no watchers and it's been past like 6 months, pull it down, reevaluate the market. I'm doing this every single day on older listings because you got to constantly keep them up to keep making sales, because that's another way eBay has changed from the past. Is you used to just be able to list and forget, and you can't anymore. You got to stay on top of those listings and make sure that you're in the trending market, because the markets are constantly changing. Constantly changing. Heard you say you don't do best or best offer. Do you feel this prevents sales? No. I mean, I sell new stuff, so there's set markets on them. So there's trending rates. I don't see a reason to take any less than that trending rate. For me, that just seems like I'm leaving money on the table if I do that. If you sell used stuff, I think it makes sense because there's less markets for those. But for what I'm doing, I don't want to take any less. When something's constantly selling for $40, why would I take someone's offer of $35? That's just, I'd rather wait for the extra $5. I have no idea where I got this. It's sold, and I was like, where the heck is that? It was on my clothing rack, so that's good. But that's probably been years. I guess I got it from Burlington by the tag. Should probably fold that better, but it's going to come undone in the mail anyways. It's going international, or no, it's not. It's just going to Chicago. All right, we got a Garland jersey. I just cut that off. $12 or $12.99. I got some of those for $9.99 even last year. Then he had like a bad year last year, and everyone was saying he was going to get traded, and now he had an all-star year again, and his stuff is selling. I only have like 2 of those left, and I bought like 20 of those. They were at all my Burlingtons, and I went all in. And then he started playing bad as soon as I went all in, but he's back, so we're good. What does your $39 a month course get? That's not just the course. The course we just added. $39 gets you the bread and butter group, which is in-store and online daily leads, retail and online arbitrage, as well as chats with a bunch of different resellers. I'm in there way too much, honestly. It's not probably good for me. I'm probably in there 5 or 6 hours a day answering questions, chatting it up with people, posting leads. So yeah, the course was actually just added like a couple months ago. So the $39 is more, it's a cook group. So we're constantly calling out flips, calling out in-store sales. Like the last week, we've been cooking Kohl's and Academy. Both of those sales just wrapped up last night. But we made a ton of money on those, and those videos are going to be out. Hopefully one on Thursday and one next week. But that was a crazy sale. Crazy sale. Those are flipping from zero. These polys are way too big for what I'm sending in them, but oh well. Packing like Amazon today. These were from Meyer. 39 is what they were before the discount. It was either 40 or 50% off of that. Those are just volleyball shoes. I haven't sourced shoes from Meyer in a long time. All right, last bag. Last bag of random stuff. I guess our Echo Crocs are selling in 2s. All right. Let me get myself out some more Hollies. This was 40% off. So $1.20 for a women's Iowa State hoodie. It's from one of my local embroidery shops that actually is going out of business. But had some good stuff for years there. Makes sense why they're going out of business, selling stuff for $1.20. Got a video from that coming as well. I bought 4 pallets. 4 pallets of hats. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. Hopefully that, I'm thinking I'm going to do Kohl's video on Thursday, if I can get around to editing it. Academy Monday next week, and then probably that pallet one on Thursday is the hopes. Worst case, that pallet one will be the following week. Oh, this is going in a padded flat rate, which are all the way around the corner, so I'm going to do this after. If anyone remembers this show, though, Legends of the Hidden Temple, great show. Used to watch that all the time. But we're going to save that. Another Among Us flag for our flipping from zero, which, there goes my tape gun. I'll show at the end of this all the flipping from zero stuff. It was actually quite the weekend. And then lastly, we got these 2 Echo Crocs. Quite the flipping from zero weekend. Flipping from zero is going out in a bang. We're seeing if we can get to 10,000. Sand. We got a size 11 in these and a size 13. I guess one of these was on Amazon and one was on eBay. Didn't $65 for those. The Echoes are profitable. You just got to find the right colorways in those. Find the bad colorways and you're going to pay. All right, let me grab the Flipping from Zero stuff. Just briefly go over it. Got some bins items. I'm not going to pack all this because I got to film that. I think I sold like 3 of these. I grabbed the rest of them because I got the buy box on these suckers, so they're all going to be gone within the next day. So in case someone overnighted them, I brought them home. And then 2 of these that were from a video few months ago, or maybe a year ago. I don't even know. Anyways, if you have any final questions, let me know. I'm probably gonna log off here in like a minute or so, unless a bunch of questions come in, then I will for sure answer them. Just let me know. Let me know. Again, appreciate everyone for tuning in. Should be back in the warehouse here soon. Got some cool videos coming also. Thanks for everyone showing love on the last video. What are we up to on that one now? It was taken off a little bit. Almost 6,000 views now. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. All right. I'm not seeing any new questions. So thank you guys for tuning in. If anyone made it this far in playback, comment down below. I will definitely make sure to comment back because I really appreciate that. Oh, here we go. Ah, yes, the classic. Yes. We'll end off on that. There's money to be made everywhere, guys. Let's go get it. Thank you for watching The Millennial Prophet.